In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And he'll get this to the 24-yard line. That's where the opening drive of the game will begin. Now here's Aaron Jones. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Minnesota.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Murray now off the bootleg. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pass play good for 22. It'll be a Vikings first down. Up the middle, here's Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Now, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. A gain of 26. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Mason, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Third and goal. Murray to the goal line and in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Cowboys 0. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dak fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. This will be tracked down and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Man, I got this swag. My head matching my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. sweat when I serve. Now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, polo on my body. Got a bad girl beside me, and a friend right behind me, and I'm swag. I'm swag.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker at the kickoff.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Arrowhead. On the return, here's Miles Price. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Has room down the left sideline. He took it all away. Oh, babies, what a return. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. He's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So 2nd down coming up.
Makes it 2nd
That's a
and
throw
10
at this
the
level. So
23-yard
much
line.
speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Working on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give up the gut to Walker. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
On the pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Kelsey's got him right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Looking over the middle, there's Kelsey. There's the stop, looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that earns Kansas City the 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body.
And the rusher's going to win this rep. They get to him. And it's Dallas Turner. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18.
It's taken them a minute, hadn't it, Kate, to find some resistance. And hopefully that's the start of a consistent push they can have up front that really does prevent some of these longer drives as this game goes on.
Mahomes throwing here on 2nd. Buys time, rolling right. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Right back to Rice. Caught again. Toward the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rashee Rice finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Sent right down the middle and good. And they're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Kyler throwing here. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. And they take him down at the 30. And it's Chris Jones. And that's going to lead to a lengthy now 3rd and 21.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Dumps this one off. It's Jones. And this is going to be limited to a gain of about 6 on what needed to be a much bigger play. It's 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Now it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. Challenging double coverage, and they don't get through. Throw made it, but the contact breaks up the catch to force 4th down.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First and 10. Here's Jones. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Murray to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And Murray hits the ground safely, picking up the 1st down on that run.
and goal, Minnesota.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones. A 6-yard score. Reichert on for the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Chiefs 7. Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be down by contact. So now our attention turns to the flag on the play. So they'll decline this and take the results. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part. Pays off with the first down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Mahomes is set. Here's first and 10. 7-10 throwing the football here early. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone in the line.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On second down, here's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll throw third and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
They'll take over at first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Now I'll give it to Mason. And he made it just 6 yards to begin this one. We've got second and 4. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Mahomes. That's brought in. It's his back, Brashard Smith. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here he goes, third and long. On the move, headed right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings Chiefs will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Completed right side to Addison. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Here's Kyler to throw. Chased out to his right. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Now Kyler. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams to field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Right turn connects there. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And also rather just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying with Walker. He's going to get this up to about the 28. Very close to picking up that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On third down, Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Well, tip of the cap to this defense. They needed just a little, and they got less, Brock. Not a fourth down I think that they expected they'd be facing.
No, and what it does, too, is it just creates some doubt. You know, for that play caller, you want to pound the football, move the chains. You've already probably got your first down call made. Nope, not so fast.
And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And it's going to be first down Chiefs. Oh, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. First down from the 42. Looking to throw Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Second down, Mahomes. Lobs this deep down the middle. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return.
They'll take over.
Attention, but I'm right in the center of the room, and it's spinning, so I'm holding on to you, 'cause my head's in a blender. I guess I'm going out. I was all alone, caught up in my head, and now I'm in the thick of it all. Forget everything she said. You only live once, so let it go and let them carry me. I'm way too thrown to know it's going on. How did I end up going on I hate attention, but I'm right in the center of the room, and it's spinning, so I'm holding on to you, 'cause my head's in a blender. I guess I'm going out on a remember how I got here, it's whatever. Overthinking to stuff that we're not getting back together. So let it go and let them carry me. I'm way too thrown to know it's going on. How did I end up going on I hate attention, but I'm right in the center of the room, and it's spinning, so I'm holding on to you, 'cause my head's in a blender. I guess I'm going out on a I guess I'm going out on a I guess I'm going out. All of my friends left, and I just lost my phone. I promised and start walking home. You still have fun in my plastic cup, and I take your strings to see if you're still up. How did I end up going on and on? I hate attention, but I'm right in the center of the room, and it's spinning, so I'm holding on to you, 'cause my head's in a blender. I guess I'm going out on a I guess I'm going out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Murray. Pass complete to Addison. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3. Play action. Now it's Murray. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
When a defense blitzes like that, they are trying to cause chaos, but the quarterback, he was as calm as could be. He saw the blitz and got it out of his hand quickly to pick up the first.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 9 at the 27.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on second and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, first and 10. To throw is Murray. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
4 yards on
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
32-yard line.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Flush to his right. That's complete. Bernard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Steelers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and a couple. Murray now. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
16 yards. First down, Vikings.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers now to throw.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
And motioning left, that's Pittman.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
To throw, it's Murray.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
And he'll get into the end zone zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones,
49 yards.
and the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
16. Steelers 7. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Now they'll audible to something else.
At the 27-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And here we go from L.A. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, goes to begin the drive. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game.
He was taken down behind.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Bud loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Kyler throwing here. Throw right side is caught by Jennings. And good work there, adding a little chunk after that catch as he gets it ahead for 8 yards. Make this 3rd and short.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He's got Jones for the completion. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Off the play action, here's Murray. Looking right, and he finds him. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11, and that's going to give the Vikings a first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A give left side to Jones. And he's not going to manage to get that to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Completed right side to Addison. Hit there, and he's forced down. So gain of about 15 before it. And that's going to be a Minnesota first down.
That's just one of those plays on an opening drive, Kate, where on one side it's demoralizing. Defensively, rally, go make that tackle. But offensively, it just infuses you with so much confidence, knowing if you can just put the ball in your guys' hands, they can make a difference after the catch.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Working on second down. Murray. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is first and goal. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. Straight ahead they go with Jones, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Rams, nothing. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Blake Corum now to return it.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Stafford to the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second.
Hey, 50! 260! 59! Double right!
Back to throw here, Stafford. And right back to him, and this time the defense was ready. That hit forces it loose. It's incomplete, and we've got a third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, they're flying around and making the play.
He's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it, and when they both recognize it, you get a first down.
He's brought down, play goes for, it's about 11 yards. That gives LA the first.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now Stafford to throw. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. And it's Dallas Turner. And that sack means it is second down on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
At the 39-yard line.
After the sack, Stafford. He's got the hook up to Adam. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. They send Nakua in motion left. Third and long for him here. Screen here for Williams. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. They expect a punt coming up here on fourth down. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Trying a different look to get the conversion. Trying for it with Stafford. And this one swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Throwing on seconds, Murray. And this throw is going to be incomplete. Third down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now Kyler. He rolls to his right. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Defense relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Now it is the greatest punter in Rams history, the author of quite a few fakes, too. It's Johnny Hecker on for the kick. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Working from his end zone. That's caught by Williams. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
Stafford to pass here on 2nd down. That one complete to Whittington. And that'll be 4 yards on that completion before he heads out. That means it's 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Stafford now on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Stafford going to go on 4th. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back. It's a
Just a beautiful Midwestern night. The roof is open, and we are ready for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they get him down to 9 before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing Jones. That's complete to Pierce. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes with a little tread left on the tires.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. There's the stiff arm. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 43 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 25 on second down, Jones over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Know something about it, and I won't answer now. Who, what, where, why? See, a lot of dudes like to act the fool now. Get on live, but that ain't my style. Now who he gonna get, and what he gonna do? Run up on me if you want to. Hot damn pressing his homies. He's done up in front of his mama. I'm up the floor with him, and I kick in the door and let the get him. I got fools that'll go get him. That's for him and Pooh and them dudes that run with him. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. I'm a Russia. It's a cycle twist of Chicago.